Thing is, will it start?
It'll start.
Yeah, Roger had some very big days in this car.
Coming into the pits now is Scott Stoddard in the BRM. The Dutch Grand Prix here at Zandvoort tomorrow will be his first race since his accident at Monte Carlo in May. His serious injuries must be extremely painful still.
How did I do?
The car
You just
owner,
set a new
Jeff
lap
Jordan, and the whole
record.
BRM crew look very pleased.
Right, you owe me a
The
bottle of the
fastest
best.
lap so far is for
Yes,
Pete Aaron,
indeed I do.
Yamura. 1 minute 26.5 seconds, 108.5 miles an hour. Aaron, the American driver, won the last two Grand Prix at Spa in Belgium and the German Grand Prix last week at the Nürburgring. He now shares the lead in the World Championship with 18 points, exactly the same as the Ferrari driver, Jean-Pierre Sarti, the Frenchman. Sarti's best practice time so far on this 2.6-mile Zandvoort circuit is 1 minute 27.1. Now here's Stoddard's best lap, 1 minute 25.9. The fastest lap ever on this circuit. What a wonderful comeback for this brave young driver.
jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Per me va bene.
Then it seems to be all right.
Of course it seems to be all right. It's always all right when you're around.
Then there is nothing wrong, is there?
It stuck in practice yesterday, and it still doesn't feel right.
But it doesn't stick now.
I'm telling you it does.
Jean-Pierre, just because you've been running battery lately, it's no reason to take these things out on me. If you wanted the off this afternoon, just say so.
I'm here to race. Understand? To race.
Da, via ragazzi.
There you are, my beauty.
See if it's all there, will you, my man?
It better all be there. Half of it's mine. Does that look like $17,000 to you?
Yeah.
Marvel. That's what you are, Scott. A bloody marvel.
Here, you know, of course, what you did here.
I know. I don't have to see it up there to know. It's bad enough to lose without having to watch yourself do it. What's the point of this, anyway?
To see if we can determine why you are losing.
Well, you're not going to find the answer up there. What about your other two drivers? Why aren't they here? Why only me?
Because they are not winners. But you are. You are losing to a man who needs almost to be carried to and from his car. How can that be?
Because he's driving better than I am. He's making fewer mistakes. That's why anyone wins.
Exactly. Now, shall we turn our attention to the mistakes?
I must.
Stand still!
By the left! Quick, march!
Today's British Grand Prix will be Nino Barlini's first race here at Brands Hatch. But his teammate, Jean-Pierre Sarti of France, the #1 Ferrari driver, and Pete Aaron of the Yamura team have both driven before here on England's premier circuit. The second Yamura driver, Tim Randolph, comes from the United States, as does Pete Aaron, who's already won the Belgian and German Grand Prix. There are 24 starters in this British Grand Prix. They're on the dummy grid now, getting last-minute instructions from the team managers. There's BRM driver Bob Turner. Mr. Yamura himself is with Pete Aaron. And there's the winner of the last 3 Grand Prix, Scott Stoddart, who's still recovering from his Monte Carlo injuries, and leads the World Championship with only 2 races to go. There's Jimmy Clark, the Scotsman, who's twice been World Champion. That's the signal to clear the dummy grid. The engines are starting up now, and the mechanics and photographers are moving off the track. Now the field rolls forward to the final grid, where they'll be held for just a few seconds before the starter drops the Union Jack, and then the British Grand Prix will be underway. number 4 made a slow start, then quickly worked his way up to the front of the field, and during the first 12 laps, he built up a substantial lead. But his lap times are slower.
His lap times are
The
awfully
next four
erratic,
cars
Jeff.
are catching up on the BRM. They're Barlini, number 18, who's just ahead of number 17, Jean-Pierre Sarti, 14, Pete Aaron, and 11, Jochen Rindt. These three are having a great sight for third place.
If he keeps missing shifts like that, the car will never last.
It'll last longer than he will.
He's
finished already.
Barlini's the leader, but he's not far ahead of Sarti and Aaron. Here's Stoddard coming into the pit, very slowly. My goodness, he looks as if he's on the edge of collapse. What a shame. He was driving a beautiful race.
Scott Stoddard does seem to be in a bad way. His retirement certainly puts a new complexion on the race. Barlini leads, but Ferrari team leader Sarti, Aaron and Rindt all have the Sicilian in their sights. There's a tremendous battle for second place between Sarti and Aaron. Although there's one more World Championship race still to go at Monza in Italy, the result here at Brands Hatch is very important to both these men. Iso Yomura himself is dedicated to winning the Constructors' Championship, and Aaron is his only hope here at Brands. His second car, driven by Tim Randolph, blew up its engine early in the race. Here comes the leader, Barlini. He's not far ahead of Sarti, Aaron and Rindt. Last lap, only one lap to go. Sarti and Aaron are very close to Barlini now. But Aaron hasn't much chance of getting past both Ferraris. This is going to be the most exciting finish of the Grand Prix season so far. The bottom men, the first four are nose to tail. Barlini, Sarti, Aaron, Rindt. Barlini dare not let Sarti through. It's much too dodgy with the Yomura right behind.
Look, he's spilling something. Looks like fuel.
Gas leaking?
Badly. It's on fire. Aaron's in second place. The Yomura's second, ahead of Sardi's Ferrari. It's on fire. It's well and truly on fire. But Aaron's not slowing. He's going to beat Sardi to the finish. There's the flag. Barlini wins for Ferrari. Aaron's second and Sardi third. And now the Yomura's pulling off the track. There are flames shooting out of the back of the car. Let's hope Aaron can get out. There's a fire crew right there. He should be all right. He's rolled out of the car. Keep back. Keep back. What a shambles. Some of the crowd are rushing to the fire, and Sarti's stopping. He's obviously going to see if there's anything he can do for Aaron. Iso Yomura is also running across the track with Tim Randolph. From here, it looks as though Pete Aaron's on his feet. He must be okay, but I bet he was pretty hard
I'm okay.
Yomura for the last few seconds of the race.
I'm
The car looked as though it was losing fuel along the bottom straight last time round. That certainly looks like a regular ball of fire. A fire like this is what these drivers are most afraid of. So nowadays, their fireproof Nomex overalls give them a good deal of protection. Get out of here! The photographers must keep back. Please keep back. Nino Barlini is up there on the trailer, ready to go round on his lap of honor. The team manager of Ferrari is there too. And there's a beautiful bird coming up to join him on the trailer.
Hey, Nino!
Nino Barlini, excuse me. Congratulations. How do you feel after that splendid victory?
My neck hurts, my leg, my hand is bleeding, and I feel wonderful.
Well, I don't know if you've had time to realize it, but this means that you're 1 point ahead of Sarti and Stoddard, 2 points ahead of Pete Aram.
Of course I realize it.
And with 1 race to go at Monza, the man who wins at Monza will be the world champion.
I am the man.
This is a chance for spectators to get a good look at Chile. He's obviously got a great future in motorsport. And you can have a good look at his beautiful young talent as well.